Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've uploaded on the channel. I'm slowly getting back into the routine, finding my feet in this craziness that is 2025, and what better way to start it off by going over the deep dive of Ghost of Yotei, the follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima, one of the best games of the PlayStation ever. I was going to say the PlayStation era. We're still in that era. Right up until the heat death of the universe, we're going to keep getting PlayStations, and hopefully Sucker Punch keeps on turning out amazing games. So let's get straight into it. No more preamble, no more nonsense, no more of me just running my mouth, saying random shit. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, this is Jason Connell and Nate Fox from Sucker Punch Productions. Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part of, and today Nate and I get to share more about our next game, Ghost of Yotei. We'll be sharing how we've crafted the game around exploration while keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center. We'll also talk about ghost combat and how it's evolved, and we'll introduce for the first time some new special modes of play.
So first off, that's something I'm very, very much interested in is how do you, I know we got shotguns or guns, sorry, not shotguns, rifles in Ghost of Yotei, but in terms of the combat model, how do you improve that? What do you do when Ghost of Tsushima was perfect? Like it really was the penultimate samurai experience or ninja experience, depending on which way you want to approach combat. So I'm very interested to see how they evolve it. And, you know, is it like God of War Ragnarok where you really can't do too much, so it feels like 1.5? I certainly hope this isn't the case, because PlayStation first party studios and their sequels always have this nasty habit of just not progressing further enough. Spider-Man 2 was Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 1.5, whatever you want to call it. God of War Ragnarok was just God of War 1.5. So I'm really hoping to see something good, something different. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be good. I'm going to play it anyway, but I want a little bit more. What that is,
let's start things off first by talking about a Japanese folk legend.
Please do.
The Onryo.
The people of Ezo believe Atsu is an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge. And they're half right. Atsu doesn't care.
Please, Sucker Punch, don't kill a horse this one. That was spoilers. Sorry, if you haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, please, this is full. I'm not holding back. That scene where the horse died, whenever an animal gets injured, it's always terrible. It's just gut-wrenching. And now that I'm a father, when I see any children being hurt, Death Stranding 2, I want to play it, but I'm like speculating on how games go. So if there's a child getting hurt on that, I can't play it. So please, I don't want a horse to be hurt in this, but I want to be interacting with more foxes. That'll be nice.
If she lives or dies, so long as she can punish the Yotei Six, a ruthless gang who slaughtered her family. After 16 years in the South, she's returned home to put their spirits to rest. It's warm memories of her family that propel her forward. When Atsu returns to her childhood home, with the push of a button, you can experience those cherished times.
That's pretty cool. So going by this, at any point, we can just go back in time. That opens up a lot for recreating historical Japan. I'm very excited. All right. Great.
By
I got
giving you
more.
the freedom to explore Atsu's past, the wound of her loss becomes personal. It's that pain that pushes her forward. Hunting down the Yotei 6 is a near impossible task. She'll face 1,000 blades. But the Onryo is relentless, and with each victory, the ghost story around her grows.
Ghost of Yotei focuses on player freedom more than any game Sucker Punch has ever made. But it's also a game that, at its heart, is inspired by so many of our favorite wandering samurai films. So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan. We all have different playstyles, so we set out to make an open-world game that lets you drive your own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wander, your thirst for combat, or a deep desire to stay focused on the story. As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new adventures in new areas of the game that could be appealing to you. If you interrogate an enemy, choosing to ask about the Oni, you could uncover a landscape scarred by fire with more bold, samurai-like enemies to fight and abilities for Atsu to learn. Or if you ask about the Kitsune, it might lead you to an area filled with snow and deception, enemies that ambush you, and new ninja-like.
That was cool. Okay, so this is what you want from sequels, right? You want the sequels to not just expand the combat, or if they're not going to expand the combat, which, let's be honest, other than a little bit of a fresh looking UI with the health and the I can't remember what they're called, the stamina gauge, the power gauge down below. You need a way to utilize that combat model when it's already perfect in different ways and how it interacts with the world. So interrogating enemies, opening up different parts of the map to utilize your different skills, whether it's the ninja or the samurai. Nice.
Tactics to study. Atsu draws cards for each clue to keep track of all available adventures. The more you play, the more the game unfolds for you.
Cool.
As she makes
Very
progress against the Yotei 6, her legend as the Onryo grows.
It's her.
Bounty will go up, drawing the attention of deadlier foes.
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Yotei 6.
Show her the door.
There is a hefty price on Atsu's head. Now, Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties that bring her all around the land. This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
You're not off plan, Eguchi. You're here for my bounty.
PlayStation first party studios have some of the best looking games out there. And all of this comes after Xbox has decided to shit the bed once again. It's amazing to have the dichotomy. Now, PlayStation's not perfect. They let go of stuff all the time, but Xbox was on such a roll. And then all this happened. And, it was the perfect time for PlayStation to release this, just to get people hyped about their games. And just one of the best looking, a follow-up to one of the best looking games ever, both mechanically and presentation wise, and just the complete package was just beautiful. The narrative, the writing, everything was amazing. And and it looks like the sequel is going to carry this torch. There are some definite improvements. The only negative I'm having so far, and it's hard to say, is the main character's voice actor. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she is American Japanese, American with Japanese heritage, and there's that American twang that's coming out. It's a little bit of immersion breaking when you've got other, I'm assuming, Japanese voice actors who speak English. So they are obviously doing the English dub, but they have the Japanese accent, where what I'm getting here is American. So a little bit of immersion breaking. However, I do play with subs, not dubs, for this type of game for immersion reasons. If you don't, then perfectly fine. You play the game how you want. However, I'm very interested to hear what you think, whether that little thing might be a little bit of a deal breaker. Not a deal breaker, but it's just going to maybe bring the game down a little bit. Can't wait for more of those. Brilliant.
Hidden in the world are altars of reflection. Finding one.
I love the haiku from the first game. It was, I never thought I'd play a game, an action game, where I would find moments that actually had me stop and thinking, and also really wanted me to write my own haiku. I even did write my own haiku, and it was fucking embarrassing.
One inspires Atsu and unlocks a new ability to help her on the journey ahead. They are fun to find on their own, but for a quicker route, you can always buy a traveler's map from the cartographer.
It's a cool
Ghost
way
of Yotei isn't
fresh
going
maps.
to rush you through anything. You can choose what motivates you most. But we think the best way to play is to simply pull out your spyglass, find something interesting on the horizon, and enjoy the ride.
Let's ride.
Just beautiful.
The lands around Yotei are vast.
Wow.
It's not about checking it all off, it's about engaging in the content that gets you excited. Embrace that curiosity and let the wind guide you on your hunt.
To this day, I still don't think we have a game that's introduced such a simple and novel but amazing way of guiding the player to their destination than the wind in Ghost of Tsushima and now obviously Ghost of Yotei. Yeah, it's fantastic. It was such a great way. It just kept you in the game. It was also just really quite beautiful. You're riding along through these fields and the wind's just following you. How good does it look, really? Like, it looks stunning. It might not be Death Stranding 2 levels of beautiful in terms of character models, but the landscapes, my God, they are, I just can't wait to ride through it. I just really can't wait to explore.
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for which, that's up to you. Will you choose a katana, spear, a surigama, odachi, or dual sword?
Cool. Okay. And now we're getting into the more factor. So what was it? In Tsushima, you had your katana, and that was really it. And now you get to choose. Amazing. This is brilliant. I'm getting Neo 2 vibes for some reason. Always dual sword in Neo 2. Just DPS build to the max. Anyway, back to Ghost of Yotei. Yeah, no, this is fantastic. This is really good. I'm looking forward to really jumping into this. Yeah, very nice.
Each is uniquely effective against a particular enemy and has their own set of upgrades to discover and master.
Plant Saito banners.
Let's see how she uses these weapons in the field, searching for leads on Lord Saito.
This is our food, from our soil.
The soldiers needed more to free you.
Free us. Inokichi steals our crops, while our families starve.
Atsu's no samurai or ninja. No, she's a lone wolf mercenary who'll use every advantage, every dirty trick to win a fight. Combat has the feel of a classic samurai movie. Every motion counts. It's about lethal precision. If an enemy swings hard, Atsu can lose her weapon. But if she's quick, she can disarm them.
That's cool. That's another cool little touch. The devil's in the details for games. So if you're gonna, one of the big things about Ghost of Tsushima, and I can see it returning here as well, is your health. You might have this massive health bar, but the games are inspired by classic samurai films, classic Japanese cinema, where if you're going to take a sword to the body, it's going to hurt. You can probably only take 3 or 4 hits. I remember even in the late game in Tsushima, your health bar was comparatively huge, and you'd still be done in 3 or 4 hits. So that's brilliant. Disarming the enemies, you can lose your weapon as well. I don't know if that means you've lost that weapon for the encounter, or if you're clearing a camp, whether you've lost it for the entire camp, or you just simply pick it up again. Not sure how that works, but we'll find out soon enough.
Nothing there? You're dead.
Choose the right weapon for the job. To fight a massive enemy, her huge Odachi blade is best.
He looks like the one in charge.
Tonight, we feast!
The voice. Oh. I'm nervous.
Blades are great, but ranged weapons work too. And Atsu's got an arsenal.
Bounty hunter? A ghost.
Thrown weapons like kunai, bombs, or even blinding powder can give Atsu an edge. When enemies switch weapons, you'll have to adapt. Dual swords are best against spears.
No more!
Tell me what you know about Saito.
Atsu doesn't always fight alone. She'll meet several allies on her hunt, including a mysterious wolf.
That wolf gets hurt. If that wolf gets hurt. Love it.
Atsu can set up camp under the stars of Ezo. But she's not always alone.
Hey, friend. Share your fire with the traveling peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask said to be cursed with the unpredictable nature of its previous owner.
Camping under the stars is a great way to rest up, play your shamisen, or cook to ready for a fight ahead. It's also designed to help bring important characters and upgrades straight to you. In fact, in place of the journal menu from Ghost of Tsushima, we've opted for a more character-driven way of managing allies and vendors you meet in Ezo. Over time, Atsu grows to have her own wolf pack. And here, you can keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something unique to sell.
I like that. That's very cool.
Managing upgrades, resources, when to buy what, can be a burden in a big open-world game. At campsites, members of your wolf pack can catch up with you, offering upgrades and unique items.
A fantastic little quality of life, rather than having to almost micromanage your, just for lack of better, we're going to call them relationships, managing relationships and going and finding things. The game will bring them to you. I like that. It's just a simple little touch, and it keeps the player engaged rather than turning the experience or segments of the experience into a chore. It definitely feels like we're getting. Oh, we'll save that for the end. Let's save that for the end.
This helps ensure you have every opportunity to upgrade and prepare for Atsu's vengeance quest ahead. You don't have to leave where you're exploring. The game comes to you.
While exploring Ezo, you'll discover all sorts of new armor, charms, and gear. Perfect for building up Atsu around your chosen playstyle. Are you stealth, ranged, or melee focused? Find and combine the pieces that are just right for you. And of course, customize the look of your armor and weapons to make sure that your version of Atsu looks and fights just the way you want.
Good. Very good.
The score of Ghost of Yotei is incredibly special to us. Our amazing composer, Toma Otoa, has created a mashup of Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors, brought to life through an exciting collaboration of many talented artists.
でこうダウンビートまで
If you like what you heard, we're releasing 2 tracks featured in today's State of Play on your favorite streaming service immediately after the show.
Excellent. I'll be checking those out. Just amazing.
The digital photography community for Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. We're happy to have photo mode back in Ghost of Yotei and look forward to seeing photos from your journey across Ezo. We want playing through Ghost of Yotei to feel like stepping inside of your favorite classic samurai films. So, from the beginning of the game, we're happy to offer a full Japanese voice track with full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
誰だてめえ
Wow. It seems so simple, but it's a massive undertaking to sort of have lip syncing for English and Japanese. It's just amazing to think about the divide between Ubisoft and this, right? Now, oh, fuck it. I was going to save this for the end as my little feel, the finish. But really, this is feeling a lot more like it's got RPG light. You've got RPG elements in there. Tsushima kind of had that. It was far more action focused, where this is definitely getting into a few RPG light mechanics with the weapons, the management of relationships, things like that, upgrades. And you've got just these small little touches with the lip sync for Japanese, and it looked great. It looked fantastic. It's one of the big things. My little pet peeve, I can deal with a whole bunch of stuff with games. Lip syncing always breaks me out of it. I don't know why. It's just one of my pet peeves. There are games that do it really, really well. They hide it. And there are games that do a just fucking piss poor job of it from AAA studios. They do just a shit job. This is fantastic and it looks great. And what a lot of effort went into this. Like, that's a huge development task.
狼の姫一人残らず息の根止めたと思ったまた会えたな刀鍛冶の娘
覚えておけ。圧だ。
To take the feeling of stepping into a classic samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa Mode, which emulates his classic black and white films.
Yeah, wow. Black and white has never looked better, really.
For Ghosts of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate two other influential directors who have had an impact on the genre as a whole. First, we've partnered with Takeshi Miike, director of 13 Assassins, for a mode that puts the camera closer during combat for a more intense.
Okay. I was excited, but to have Takeshi Miike in there, damn Sucker Punch.
Raw
Like,
experience along with increased mud and blood splatter. And lastly, we've partnered with the director of Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo is one of the most underrated animes out there, along with Ergo Proxy. The music of that anime is fantastic. The animation, the action, brilliant. This is
Shinichiro Watanabe. Turn this mode on to listen to some original lo-fi tracks directed by Watanabe himself.
Can we have multiple modes? Can I have Takashi Miike mode and Samurai Champloo mode, please? This is great. Oh, man.
There's so many ways to make your Ghost of Yotei playthrough your own. But no matter how you play, here's one way to experience Ghost of Yotei that is sure to be special.
This is very beautiful, I must admit.
Today, you've got a glimpse into Atsu's hunt for the Yotei 6. Forge your own path while discovering the secrets of Ezo. To survive, you'll need to master a variety of weapons, using lethal precision to overcome the odds and take revenge as the Onryo. Ghost of Yotei comes out on October 2nd. Thank you so much for watching.
We're going to leave it there. Okay. I don't know what to say. So I suppose let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about pre-orders. I am not necessarily for pre-ordering. However, let's be completely honest. You can listen to the rhetoric that you should never pre-order games. It's bad for the industry. And although that is true, I 100% believe there are certain games from particular studios that pre-ordering is not a problem whatsoever. PlayStation first-party studios are generally a good games to pre-order. Like this looks, there are just so many amazing things about this, and this is what sequels should do. They should take the fundamentals of the first game and just expand upon them. This is sorry, my mind is just going. I'm so excited to play this game. It's not funny. Sucker Punch made a love letter with Ghost of Tsushima. They've written a love novel to Japan with Ghosts of Yotei. Back to pre-ordering. Larian Studios brings out a new game. You are more or less safe with pre-ordering that game. Like, you know you're going to get a very good experience. It might have a few bugs, but they are a studio dedicated to the player. Sony first-party studios, Owlcat Games, things like that. So I don't think that, for me personally, also, I have the Persona series. I will pre-order the Persona series, even though I know I'm going to have to pay another 100 AUD in 2 years' time to get the complete version. My point being is that there's nothing wrong with pre-ordering if you know what you're getting into. If you're pre-ordering the latest Call of Duty, then I think you've got a bit of a problem, or NFL games, things like that. This game looks fantastic. I cannot wait to play in all 3 of those modes. Kurosawa mode, Takashi Miike mode, Samurai Champloo mode. I'm hoping, I really hope I can combine Takashi Miike mode as well as Samurai Champloo mode. That would be great. Swapping in and out of weapons, look, it's going to be good. And look, there's no negatives. It's just I'm going in my list of what I'm more excited about, and which is having more of a positive effect on why I want to play this game. Switching between weapons is a bit, I don't know about that. Yeah, it looks cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Is it going to money down the combat? How's it going to dilute your sort of the skill economy, things like that? Probably not going to be a big deal. Story, I think, is going to be very cool. I kind of like the idea that it's not having Jin Sakai battle between his samurai side and his ninja, the ghost side, the two worlds, the honorable and the less quote unquote honorable, where he or Atsu, who doesn't care. It's like, this is where I need to be. I will do whatever it takes. I don't care who gets in my way. I really like that. It's a new fun way to approach. So I'm sure the story is going to be phenomenal. Visual fidelity is off the charts. I certainly hope we can climb to that top of that mountain. I think that would be amazing. There's got to be a little secret there. We haven't seen any foxes. I hope there's foxes. I don't want my wolf to die. I don't want my horse to die. Really, the only thing that is underpinning all of this in terms of my what ifs and how much I enjoy it, it's just the English voice actor. I think what the problem is, we're only seeing snippets. There's not a long string of sentences where all I hear is American. All I hear is American. I don't hear an accent. It's not a Japanese voice actor who is speaking English. It's a native English speaker, potentially. Unfortunately, I don't know the voice actor's background, so please just, maybe I should have looked that up. I didn't. But the Japanese lip sync, fantastic. Can't wait to play that. This is how you do historical games, or games based in a certain period of time. There was that rhetoric coming out when before Assassin's Creed Shadows released, where people were like, oh, it's just a game. They're just taking inspiration. You 100% do that. You can certainly do that, but then you either do it, take inspiration, and mess around with it. But you can't have both ways, where you take inspiration, muck around with it, but then also try and be historical, so to speak. This is how you do it. This is how you have a game set in a very unique country with rich history, and you play into that. You create a game that's a love letter to that history, the love letter to the people of Japan, to Japan as a country, and to gamers to experience that. So overall, I'm not ashamed to say I'm going to be pre-ordering Ghost of Yotei. I really can't wait to play it. I think it's going to be just, man, it looks great. It looks really, really good. Unfortunately, with the price increase here in Australia, the game right now is currently going, just for the standard edition, 129 AUD, depending on where you go. Either way, I really can't wait to be playing it. I can't wait to hear what you think about it too. I've seen some people out there saying this is a DEI disaster. Fuck off. Honestly, if you're one of these people that think, oh, you know, inclusion, all that is a problem, you're the problem. I think you got a bit of an issue there. There's something wrong in your life. And that's I know it's a very strong opinion for a gaming channel, but it's just my personal opinion is that I can live my life, what some people do in their bedroom or how they behave or what they want. It's no matter to me. What matters to me is when other people make it their sole goal of bringing this down. I've seen one video pop up where they say, this is going to be a disaster. It's not going to be a disaster. Is this game of the year potential? Yeah, probably. I think it's going to be a big toss of a coin between Expedition 33 Clair Obscur. I know I said that the wrong way. And Ghost of Yotei. It's going to be a hard one to choose. It really is. So that's it for this video. Please let me know what you think of the deep dive for Ghost of Yotei. Are you going to play it? Are you looking forward to play it? Will you pre-order it? What do you think of pre-ordering? And I can't wait to start uploading again. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Bye.